Black Coffee with a Side of Tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. Well, this is our last show. This is our last live broadcast of 2022. And we're going to go on hiatus. And I'm just so excited to be going on hiatus. We're going to miss you guys, but we shall return. So first things first, before we go into our sister check, I want to say congratulations to our girl, Zozo. So Zoe Ross will now be on the show tonight because she is preoccupied. Congratulations to Zoe and Mike. And so I want to bring in my girl T Baby. We're gonna hold down the fort tonight since Zoe is not here and do our sister check in. Hey.
So glad. I'm glad we are. This is our last show because we definitely, as you guys can hear, that I definitely need some rest to get back to my usual self. So I'm glad to be here for our last show of 2022. It seems like this year has truly went by very, very fast. So
This year has gone by so fast. It's hard to believe it's December. Well, let me say it's been kind of fast and kind of slow at the same time.
Absolutely.
At certain moments, it would be like we still in August, you know, and then certain months like November, it just like came and went so fast.
Absolutely did. That was the quickest month I think of the entire year.
Yeah,
Was
November.
It's like we were in November, and then when you blink your eye, we were in December.
I know, right?
Yep.
So what a year this has been. So before we go into our year in review, tell us about your week, T Baby. How was your week for the sister check-in?
My week was really good. As you can tell, I talked quite a lot this week, so that's why I sound very hoarse. So I was in training this week. I had a great class. So that was exciting to be able to provide knowledge to somebody else who is coming aboard to my organization. So had a good training class. So that's why my voice sounds like it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds like you've been working it.
Right. But other than that, I had a really good week. This weather doesn't know what it wants to do, so it's very confusing to our bodies.
Yes.
That plays a huge factor too. Is that the hot, the cold, the hot, the cold. Your body has no time to regulate because when you wake up the next morning, it's trying to figure out what's going on. So that
Yeah.
plays a huge factor too.
That's Houston weather for the people who don't know. If you're
Right.
not in Houston and if you've never been to Houston, Houston, Texas is just as flighty. Houston, Texas is just as flighty as the people who are from here. It's all over the place. They don't know if they want to be hot, cold, lukewarm, snow, rain, sleet, sun shining. Sometimes
Right.
it's sun shining and raining at the same damn time. I say only in you. Only.
Absolutely. That's so crazy. It does happen like that. You just never know. You wait about 20 minutes in between whatever is going on outside, and the weather has changed by the time you get ready to go back outside. So
Right. It can be pouring down raining, and then, like you said, 20 minutes later, it's like nothing happened.
right.
I know it rained today. I know it did.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's Houston. Well, my week was good. My week, I'm going to say, went by very fast, too. My week went by so fast. I feel like
Right.
we was just doing the show.
We were.
All of a sudden,
We
it's
just did
Saturday
it
again.
we just did it last Saturday, and so again. It seems
Now
like
it's
every
Saturday
time
again.
right. It seems like every time we this year, whenever we would do the show, it seemed like the Saturday would come right back again, and there was no time lapse in between when we did the shows.
Right. I mean, the time is going by fast, but I am not mad because I feel it in the air. 2023 is coming And I feel it in the air. It's going to be a really good year. It's going to have its ups and downs like every year. But I feel like it's going to be a year to walk in your gifts, walk in your authority, and just accept who you are. Don't run from it. Don't hide it. Just walk in it. That's what it's going to be for me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I definitely agree. It's
Yeah,
time,
so
it's time to stop sitting on the sidelines. It's time to get in the game.
exactly. Like Coach Prime say, what are you saving it for? A new opportunity, a new person, a new job. Use everything that is within you, because why are you holding it?
That's
And I
right.
said, you know what? That's a good point.
If you
That's
think
a
about
good
it,
point.
it goes hand to hand for a lot of things. We buy new clothes and we save it for, just as like in 2020, we bought new clothes, not knowing that might not even wear those clothes outside of our home for a
Mm-hmm.
whole 2 years. So we had new clothes. And my auntie, I always used to say, "Why are you wearing your new clothes already?" And now I understand that you might not have an opportunity to wear those new clothes. So go ahead and wear them as soon as you buy them. Tear the tags off and go ahead and wear them, because you just
Yes,
know, never know.
that's right. Put them on. Why not? And I don't know. I think it's really good to think and reflect on your year. So we did the holiday do's and don'ts, and for the people who missed that episode, please go check out Stunner Magazine. We put it in the magazine for you to be able to refer back to. Okay, we got the tips for the
That's
holiday,
right.
the do's and don'ts.
And they
And
never go out of style. That's one thing, they never go out of style. They will definitely be in play on next year, because the do's and don'ts, they should be permanent. It should
right.
it should be a plaque in every person's home. So every holiday, somebody always want to go above and beyond what they've never done before. I don't know.
Right. Right. So do's and don'ts, check it out in this issue of Stunner Magazine. Just go to stunnerradio.com/Stunner Magazine and you can check it out. T Baby and I have laid it out for you guys, the holiday do's and don'ts. So check it out. Again, for people who are just tuning in, I want to say congratulations to our girl Zoe Raz.
Yes,
And you'll be
congrats.
hearing more and more about her beautiful blessing as we go forward. But we're going to allow her to share that with you guys.
Let her
But
do
I
it.
just want to say congratulations. And, you know,
Congrats.
that's why she's not on with us tonight.
Congrats, Zoe.
Yes.
Congrats.
So before we go into our year in review, I wanted to talk about a couple things on social media this week. Of course, why people mad at Deion Sanders. I couldn't wait to get your take on it, because
Yeah, I've been talking about it all week. I've been talking about it with Jamie. We've been discussing that all week. So yeah, definitely got an opinion on that.
yeah. So what is your opinion? What do you think? Like,
I think
how
that
do you feel about it?
so here's my thing. I don't think we should always, and this is for even if you're not a celebrity, we all have to make moves. So I think that he did his due diligence to bring attention to that HBCU. He brought he brought players and brought about a season that they've never had before. So he
Mhm.
did what he was employed to do. He came in, he put his foot down, he did what he needed to do. But at the end of the day, I think he has a choice to move around if he wants to. I don't think he should be
Yes.
tied to any organization if that's what he's choosing to do. And he shouldn't have any flack about it. I think people are mad because um, I as a black man, when you do that kind of stuff and you have that notoriety, they were banking on their children that had not had an opportunity to come there because he was there. I think that's another reason that people are mad. So
And I can understand that. Like, I
absolutely.
know, that him being there at Jackson State made a lot of people feel like, okay, Mississippi is now a viable
Right,
option.
right,
You know, it's a
exactly.
viable option for being seen and being your talent being discovered. But at
Right.
the same time, I think I agree with you. he shouldn't be judged based on his career choices.
That's
Like he took that job. A lot of people would never have even taken it.
absolutely. It could have been a lot of other people they employed, but he chose it and he did a lot with it. So
Yeah, he did a lot with it. He brought a lot of
in a
exposure to
small
that.
window, in a small window that he did that in.
Yes, and I guess my thing is it gives you more of an insight on sometimes how Black people could want to be held back and want to hold each other back. This man
Mm,
did what he came to do. Don't he shouldn't be held back just because somebody else child. Oh well, my child wanted to go there next year. Okay, but that can't don't hold Dion back because of that. Your child can
right,
still go there.
exactly.
And the things that he did there will still benefit whoever is coming after him.
Right.
But I think we have this hold back thing where we want to hold each other back, and even we settle for situations and be held back, hold ourselves back.
Absolutely. Mhm.
No, all I heard was I'll be getting to the money.
Hey,
Everybody mad.
yes.
That's all I heard.
That hey,
I'm
come
getting to
on.
the
That's
money.
what I heard too. That's
Everybody
that's
mad.
exactly what that's exactly what I
Everybody is
heard.
mad. Everybody was mad, but I mean, I saw a post that had the difference in the salary, and I was like, okay, everybody is capping because all these people, if they had opportunity, they wouldn't even think twice about it.
Hello?
That difference in the salary, please.
Absolutely. They wouldn't even question it.
No,
And they would
no,
the thing about it is they would have been able to move in silence, but he couldn't do that because
right.
he has a huge name. And so they looking to see what he was gonna do uh, because of his name and what he's done in his own career. And now he's bringing notoriety to this institution, to this, this higher ed institution. And so
Yes,
I get where you wanted your child to have an opportunity to play with him as a coach. I get that. I get that. If I was a parent and I knew my son played football, and I mean, he can still play football. It just won't be with Deion Sanders as his coach. So he can still do the same thing. It's just Deion Sanders not going to be his coach.
right. I mean, I'm happy for him, and I think he does have a plan. I think
Oh
he's
yeah,
going to be an NFL coach, and I think eventually he may even be an NFL owner. Deion Sanders, for people who don't know, changed the game when he was a player. Deion Sanders have always been a superstar. He always been a spotlight man. He's always been the person who stands out. That's just who he is.
yep,
And I learn a lot from him because sometimes when you like that, people attack you and people be mad at you because you do stand out. And then
absolutely.
you try to learn to fall back into the background. But one thing that I like about what he said about this move, he said, God don't explain why he communicate the way he do and why he do the things he do. So why should I? I'm not going to do it either. And I was like,
Right.
okay,
Come on, sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
I agree.
That, that needs to be a hashtag. It needs to be on a t-shirt, a hat, the whole nine, because it's true. God doesn't explain anything. He reveals it.
Right,
That's why I
right.
always tell you when you ask the Lord to reveal something, make sure you're prepared for the reveal.
Oh my God.
Because
That's
if
the
you're not,
facts.
because if you're not, if you haven't prepared your mind, your heart, and your spirit for
Come
that,
on now.
you're not gonna be ready. It's gonna set you all the way left because you
Yes.
haven't prepared yourself. So when you ask those questions, and then like he said, the Lord don't explain. There's no explanation needed. He don't have to explain why he made his choice. That's his choice.
Right.
I think public is people in the public always want people to give an explanation of why they do stuff. They don't go in your personal life and ask you why you decided to leave for work late. They don't ask you why you didn't pay your bill. They don't ask you why you don't chastise your child because they are being belligerent. They don't come in your personal life and ask you why you make a choice. So I don't think you should have the right to ask a celebrity or somebody that has a huge platform why they made a choice. They don't have to tell you.
That's right. I agree. And I'm happy for Deion Sanders. I
Absolutely.
think that he's
Great
destined
opportunity.
to do something make history. He's already done that. in so many ways, made history, set records, broken records. So this is just more of his legacy, and I'm happy for him. I'm sad that Black people were coming against him, especially so publicly on social media. It's like, can't we just be happy for him, you know?
Mhm.
But hey, we all have an opinion, and that's what social media is for.
Absolutely.
So, about all these surprise babies, what is really going on?
People was getting it in, baby. They was getting it in. They was
First, Keke Palmer, she,
right. Oh man, when I saw that, I was like, "What?" Like I just saw her on TV. How is this possible?
Right, and you just pop out.
And then, wait a minute. Where was she hiding it? Is the question.
Right, and who the pappy?
I know who the pappy is. That's her boyfriend. The guy that she's been dating. That she finally, she said this particular relationship she decided to share on social media, so that her boyfriend that she's been with, that's her child's father.
Okay.
So, yeah. So it's her boyfriend.
So he's not a celebrity though.
He's not a celebrity. He's not a celebrity.
Oh, that
makes a difference too. It kind of makes the relationship work. You know, you gotta have that balance.
Sometimes it's better. It's just better.
Absolutely.
Now, what about Diddy? Like, what's really going on? Who the mammy?
I don't know. That's a whole lot of shiggity right there. It always be some shiggity around Diddy. I don't know why.
I don't know. Like, what is he doing?
He don't even know.
He got a new baby. He just popped out with a new baby. Who the mama?
Girl, don't nobody know.
That's a lot going on over there.
It's too much going. It just feels very chaotic.
Because ain't he dating Young Miami?
Right. So
we know it ain't her.
So that's what I'm saying. It's chaotic. You got one person over here, then you got a new child. That's too much for me.
It's a lot of seed spreading going on.
I would have to exit stage left. Thank you.
Now, I will be honest. I might not exit stage left because if she
I already knew you was gonna say that.
Older, then I might not exit.
All right.
If he told her about it, she already knew about it.
Well, you know, I knew you was gonna have.
Yeah, so I think I'm freezing up.
I knew you was gonna say I wouldn't exit stage left.
No, I would not. I wouldn't mess up my lifestyle. I'm sure Diddy affords her a very nice lifestyle. She has her own money as well. But when you're dating someone and they're multi, pretty much a billionaire.
Right.
I'm not gonna mess up my game, Just keep that baby over there. Keep that baby over there. Let the mama do her thing, But yeah, I'm not gonna mess up my happy home.
I can understand that part too.
Yeah, so
understand that.
Yeah, so anyway, those are the things that caught my eye this week on social media. Anything stood out for you?
It was a one more baby.
Okay.
Keisha Knight Podium.
Yes. Her and her.
Pregnancy.
Are they married yet, or are they still engaged?
No, they're married. They got married. Her new husband. I think beginning part of this year. They got married. A big, beautiful wedding.
Oh, yes. Okay. I do remember now. I do remember. Yeah, she looks so cute too, pregnant.
Right.
This is her second baby, but first with him, right?
Right. First with him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I could not still get over the pictures of Portia's wedding, though. Portia.
Oh, my God.
She has so many different dresses.
Yes.
Oh, my God. She is really making the Nigerian look more attractive.
Yes. So the crazy thing is, I was watching Love is Blind, and if you haven't watched it, Lisa, make sure you watch it.
I love Love is Blind.
Okay, so season 3,
Yes.
Nigerian guy on there marrying going to get married to one of the young ladies named Raven, and she was
Yeah,
kind of
but did you watch the whole thing?
yes, she had a hard time uh, wanting to incorporate everything from his culture, and I get it. I definitely get it. She's an American woman, and she's used to, you know, pretty much doing everything that she's wanted to do on her own. But he's focused on school. What I can say about that particular about Nigerian culture is they're very big on education,
Mm-hmm.
and so if you're going to date one and they are still trying to go through school, you have to consider that. You definitely have to consider that. So he was getting
Yeah,
ready to go to grad school. So, I mean, he made that decision way before he met her.
he did, but I didn't like the way he did her. So that's for another show. I didn't like the way
Oh,
he did
yes,
her. I was pissed off at him because I'm like, boy, not Raven. I know you can do Raven like that because she had him lined up after her.
she
So
did. And she did. Yeah, he did her dirty.
yes, but I don't know if you watched the reunion or not.
Yes, I did. Yes, you know
Okay,
I did.
so you know they good. They still
I
together.
wouldn't have been good. I just
I think I don't know. You know how I am. I gotta weigh all the options. I don't
I
know.
think I would have weighed the option. At the same time, she it's just all the couples for me was especially the ones that didn't get married. I wanted to beat half of them people up because I was like, you
The
ain't doing all that.
like I would really love to just do one whole episode about Love is Blind because first of all, especially this season, some of these people on here was playing games from the very beginning,
Oh
and I
yeah,
peeped it. I
absolutely.
peeped it. Like the one young biracial guy,
But
he was full of games. Bartice, he was full of
yeah,
games. From
yeah,
the very beginning, he was full of games. And
absolutely.
so I was not happy with him how he did Nancy. That was not right.
And she was, I love Nancy. Her energy was so contagious. Like whenever you watched her on the screen, she always had a smile on her face. She always had a lot of energy, and she's doing very well for herself. You know what I'm saying? Like she's owned multiple properties, and she's setting herself up for a great retirement. And she don't have to work if she didn't want to.
But
You
I
know,
think she made a mistake choosing him.
I think
Now,
she did.
the other guy wasn't good for her either, though. The Asian
Right.
guy.
No, because he was a trip.
Yeah, he
Anytime
was
you got
playing
to put
games too.
eye drops to
Yeah,
cry, I was out of there. It's like,
yeah, me too.
what?
He was playing games too.
Yeah,
But I feel like Bartice, he was really playing games because he was some parts of it seemed authentic.
yeah,
And if you didn't have really heightened intuition, you would
right.
be fooled by him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I
And
saw
so
everything that he was doing to her. He kept talking about uh looks do matter. Okay, well then why you chose me?
and why you
Because
come on a show where looks is not an issue? Why you come on a
exactly,
show that says love is blind?
and you had the chance to walk away before it during that engagement process.
But you
You
didn't
had
want to because you wanted to get it in, which you did several times. And then
right,
you want to sit up here and say looks matter. It wasn't matter when you was knocking the bottom out of it.
right, right. And
So
then
no
you
sir.
right, the looks didn't matter when she started telling you how much money she was making on her houses either. You start thinking
Exactly.
about how, oh, I can make this with we. Then he started saying we. Okay, now you want to say we, you know. And he just had it was a lot of things that I didn't like that he did to her. The fact that he felt comfortable talking about another chick when they came home.
In her face like that.
And she looked confused. She was like, I can't believe. In her mind, she probably like, I can't believe this nigga is doing this
But
in my face.
see, she couldn't have been a sister because she
And
was a
no,
sister would have
because
been
she
like,
would have jumped right up out that bed. I know you ain't talking about blah, 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 blah. That's what would happen. It's been the hands, the clap, clap, and all that. No,
or I would have simply just said, go holler at her then. Don't waste
right.
my time. Go holler at her. Oh, you already tried that and she wasn't feeling you. Oh, that's right.
No, he saw how superficial you were.
Mm-hmm. She
She told
did.
her. Yep.
She
And
did.
she realized it. And she even said that. And I think people prejudge Raven based on how she looks.
They did.
But she has a lot of substance. I know I
Right.
prejudged her. I can't say that I prejudged her. She seems very bougie and uppity, as they call it, stuck up. But she has a lot of substance to her. Um, she can come off as boring, even though she's not.
Yeah, I think because she's into herself, she's sure of herself, and she's have a healthy self image. And
Absolutely.
I felt like I was worried that the way he did her was gonna make her waver a little bit in that, but hopefully it didn't. But then let's talk about the last couple. I forget their names, but they was a mess. And at first, I was
Which
thinking that
one?
the guy was wrong. But then the girl was wrong by the way she did him at the altar, acting like she was gonna say yes, and then just
Oh, you talking about uh
I
uh
forget their names.
her name starts with a Z, right?
Yeah, he called her Zay.
Zenab, Zenab,
Um, Zenab. Yeah,
and Zenab and Cole. Cause she did. I was confused because I really thought she was about to say yes. Cause that whole spiel and speech threw me all the way off. But the
yeah.
way she did it was cold blooded. Cause she did
I
that
don't think she's
whole
ready for a relationship. She's too hurt. Like she
right.
needs help. She needs therapy to get through like the deaths of her parents. She not whole.
Yep. Yep. The way she kept breaking down before she got dressed on her wedding day, uh, the way she kept talking about it beforehand multiple times, that's an indication that she's not truly healed from that. And I get it. When you lose your parents, you need time
And
to
I don't think you could ever be truly healed from
right.
it. But
You need
I think
coping
you
skills.
can handle it better.
Yeah, but you need coping skills too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need to learn true coping skills and how to work through that when you do have a breakdown. Uh,
Yes, because
and therapy
bringing
teaches
somebody
you.
else
Right.
into your life,
Absolutely.
you
I
know,
didn't like how his parents did her either, though.
I didn't, but at the same time, I get it because everybody not down with that type of process. Some
Yeah,
people feel like, what are y'all doing? Y'all playing with it.
right.
Because but I don't know. I like it. I feel like this was a good season.
It
Um,
was.
at least they
They
got
need to do one for older people. I
I
really,
agree.
I think we always get left out.
Yes.
Out of every dating show that I've watched, there's never been one for people who are 40 and older.
Yeah, they need to do one because I think
I
that
think
is
Love with Blind. I would definitely do Love is Blind
I
because
would, but I already know that like I know myself after all these years, I know what I'm gonna go for, and it's gonna be somebody outside of my race. I know that because I know that if it wasn't for the appearance, it would be strictly mental. It would be
yep,
strictly mental. And
absolutely.
so unfortunately, I don't really want that. So I would be the type of person that would see him and be like, oh damn. Ah,
Uh,
uh.
I have to agree with you because I know that I would because for the intellectual part for me, um, that's I have to be stimulated here, and when that's not stimulated, I, you done lost me altogether. So
And let me make it clear, I'm not saying that black men aren't intelligent, but
no,
what I'm saying is a lot of times they don't express their intelligence. They
that's
put their intelligence in the background and they do more talking to you based on what they have, and what they can
mhm,
do for you, but they don't really show you their intelligent side and who they are, what they think about, and they don't really show you that
right.
from my
Unless you meet
experience.
one that's well cultured, unless you meet one that's has traveled and has been understands other cultures, understands how to truly express themselves. That's that one in needle in a haystack that truly knows how to express themselves. When you meet that one, you be like, okay, well, he really knows how to talk. But it's
And
very
when you
rare.
meet that one, you don't care what they look like because
No,
it's so
no,
hard to find.
because
You
the
just
mind makes them look different. How you picture them, it's called your reality. So in your mind,
yes.
they find they whatever you want them to be. That's how they show up.
Right, they fine, they sexy, that thing in.
Everything. Ah,
It's all good. When they
absolutely.
have that, because that's something that I think a lot of people don't know. It's like when you
Yeah,
can connect with somebody on a level that goes beyond physical,
absolutely.
it's
It
crazy.
takes you. It can take you a long way.
Yes,
It can
yes,
take
it
you a
can.
long way because now you're not thinking with just the physical body. You're
Right,
thinking with your mind, and now you're able to have real conversations about stuff that you might not have expressed at all. Like a lot of them said, they had conversations about stuff they never expressed to anybody, you know?
right, right. Which I think is the reason why it would be such a good thing for
Right,
older people to do.
right.
I mean, you're right. That would be a good
That
thing.
would be a good, really, really good show. I think it would have a lot of ratings because we don't have that opportunity. They always focus on people who are 25, 30, uh, that age range. They focus in that particular age range.
Which is
I
kind of
get to,
messed up because half the time they're not ready anyway. They're
they
not
are not
ready.
ready. They really, they still trying to, some of them have still trying to figure themselves out.
Yes.
Especially at 25, you haven't reached the pinnacle yet. You haven't turned 30. You're in your latter 20s. So you still in that fun stage, if you haven't really, or if you're not fully mature. I actually, and this, I've never told anybody, but when I was 35, I had actually signed up to be on Marriage at First Sight, but they
Oh,
didn't.
wow.
But they never chose me. But I did. I actually did like the video, the application, all of that. I was like at the pinnacle. That's the
I,
last
I would
stage.
I would do that too. Like
Right.
I would because I think, and to me, I agree with your point that it would be better with older people because the older you get, the more you realize appearance and looks don't matter like you thought it did.
Absolutely.
Because you can
Absolutely.
have the finest person with the best body, built up nice, but their attitude and their way of doing things could just make them so ugly to you.
Absolutely. I definitely agree.
But you
Definitely
don't
agree.
know that when you're young.
You don't. You don't. And when you get to your 40s is when you truly understand that some of the people you like, oh, I was dealing with that.
Girl.
Why was I dealing with that?
Yes.
So, so,
Yes.
so yeah, at 40, at in your 40s, in mid 40s or late 40s, you truly are looking for that intellectual person. You're looking for somebody that you can have a continuous conversation with on a daily basis. Because
Yes.
part of
And you don't have
companionship,
to and you don't have to be fake. You could be real. You could
right,
talk real.
right,
You could be your goofy self. You could be your real
right,
self. Another
absolutely,
thing I think is different when you get older. You don't care about what your friends think. See, when you're young, you be like,
right.
oh, my friends ain't gonna like him, or my friends gonna think he ain't fine, or my friend. The older you be like, damn them bitches. Get
Because they
their
don't,
own man. I don't care.
right, because they don't have to be with that person every day. You do,
Exactly. But when you young, at least for me, when I was
right?
young, I would be
Yes.
like, oh no,
Ooh, I wonder if my friends gonna like him. If
yes,
they don't like him, then I ain't gonna be talking to him no more.
right. Or if I didn't think about it, their opinion would matter to me. If
Right,
I bring them around and they be like, girl, he too short, or oh, he this or he that, and I just be like, oh. But
right.
now I'll be like, girl, don't even much worry about it. That thing is stinging. So mind your business.
The thing is
Mind
thing,
your
so it don't
business.
matter.
Okay, because
Absolutely.
I know what I need. So with
Yeah.
that being said,
Absolutely.
Ah. So anyway, let's take a quick break and we can come back with the year in review. I want to talk about like, what do you feel like you learned this year? What was the theme of the year for you?
Okay.
And then we're gonna move on into what we're looking forward to in 2023. So you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Has your path to success been blocked by lack of training, outdated skills, or just feeling like you can't keep up with advanced technology? We have a solution for you. TT Innovative Solutions can help get you on track and assist you with the skills and services you need to achieve your goals. If you need website design, virtual conference hosting, technical skills development, help desk support, and more, TT Innovative Solutions has got you covered, and they're here to teach, train, innovate, and solve. Visit ttinnovate.com today for more information or to book an appointment. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
All right, we're back.
Yes, we are back. So, T baby.
So I think the theme of this year for me was continued healing. This year was a lot of healing for me, especially with the things that I experienced in 2020 and 2021. It was I definitely was protecting my peace at all costs. So I can definitely say that 2022 was definitely about protecting my peace. And I start doing that at the latter of 2021. So I made sure that I protected my peace at all costs. I wasn't letting anybody disrupt that.
That's important.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
very important. Well, for me, this year has been the strangest. It's been the strangest year since the year I turned 30. The year I turned 30 was so strange.
Okay.
Because my whole life just changed when I turned 30. I woke up and I was just different. I wanted things different. I just was different.
Right.
And this year was similar.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as abrupt,
Okay.
but it was very, very strange. Every single month, starting in January, something changed in my life every single month.
Absolutely.
And I was telling one of my friends, I said, I don't know what this means. And this was in October. I told her, I said, okay, I'm getting so used to every month being a change that I don't know what November gonna bring, and Lord knows what December gonna bring. So
Right.
some of the changes weren't good for me. Well, didn't feel good.
Right.
Put it that way.
Okay.
They were all good and they were all necessary, but some of the changes didn't feel good.
Okay.
And so it just was so crazy. Like I could say, this year, the theme of this year would be evolution, because I feel like every month I was evolving. I have been evolving into something more. And, it's been effortless. I would just change. It would be a moment I would get a revelation and I'd just be like, okay, I'm going that way. And it wasn't like no struggle. It was just like, I'm changing to this. I'm evolving into something different. So I have to say that it was definitely due to the spiritual journey I went on this year. That was when it really started. Like when I decided at the end of last year that I was going to go on a spiritual journey, that's when it really started. Because I mean, for anybody who might be listening and are thinking, oh, I want to do that too.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Be ready.
Because if just like we said earlier, when you ask for that change, make sure you prepare, because
Yes.
I think people have the misconception when you go on a spiritual journey that everything is easy. It's not. It brings forth things that you have put to the back burner for a long time. Now it's being brought up for you to address them, and you can no longer run or hide from those things.
Right. But the good thing I could say for me, I can't speak for anyone else's journey, but I could say from my journey, the one best thing that I've experienced this year is you can have as much as you want of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's no limit. The more you seek, the more you get answers. The more you search, the more you find. The more you want to grow, the more you will grow. The more you want, the more you get. It's like there's no limit to it. If you want to grow, you're going to grow. So for me, that has been the best part, the most amazing part. The hardest part about this year has been not being able to share everything with people, because some things were so wild, I couldn't even tell nobody. I'm like, I can't believe this happened. Like, I just said I wanted this to happen and it happened. So some of those things I couldn't tell because I was just like, oh my God. I really wish I could write down everything and just say this, and this.
Right.
You know, but some things you just can't explain to people, and you just can't say, you know. So that's been the hardest part of this year for me, is having to process most of it by myself.
Right. Absolutely.
But
And
I think that was probably
your journey. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's really your journey. And until, if they have not been on their own spiritual journey, they won't understand when you do explain it to them. They'll be lost because they're going to be trying to break it down, and it's not something you can break down.
right.
It's something that happened. And it's definitely divine and destined to happen. When you do go on that journey, you discover different parts of yourself that you didn't know were there. And then the old part of you dies.
Oh yes, just goes away. It's like,
Yep.
it's hard to explain, but you're right. It's just like it's gone. One thing I will share is that I didn't know what I was saying when I said this. I swear, y'all, I did not know what I was saying. But I was like, on the last week, I want to say probably the day or two after Thanksgiving, I will never forget that I said this. I said, I want a December to remember. This is what I want. For this, I want a December to remember. And I guess in a way I was just talking, but in a way I was serious. Like, I want some life-changing stuff to happen. I want a December to remember. And it's already a December to remember. And it's only December, what, 9th?
Actually,
Whatever day it is.
Yeah, the 10th.
Oh my God, it's already a December to remember. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm blessed. I'm happy for it. But I mean, it's been a really very interesting year.
Yes, it has. Definitely has. I can definitely say that for me. I'm in a much better place than I was in 2021. Mostly financially, spiritually, and emotionally. I'm in a much better place than I was last year. So I can. That's why I say 2022 was my year of peace. Uh, and I think I can definitely agree with you when it came to evolution. Um, I know I show up differently now. And I've had my family members tell me that I'm not who I was last year. I don't show up the same. I don't process the same. And I'm very thankful for that. I think things happen in our life to push us because we get so comfortable in certain areas. So the last 2 years have truly pushed me to a new level of being. So
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. So looking ahead,
2023.
oh my, looking ahead.
Oh,
I have to be like my spiritual mother, Oprah, and say
Oprah,
I'm no longer doing vision boards because I'm such a powerful manifester.
come
I'm
on now.
just putting it in the universe of what I want, and it's going to come to pass.
Absolutely.
So I won't say what is on your vision board. I would just say, what do you envision? For and of course you're not gonna share all of it, but
I'm not.
just what
I'm
you
not
can share. Yeah.
just what I can share. I think for me, just a lot of things that I know that I am, a lot of my talents that have been dormant. I will
Mm.
not allow them to be dormant anymore. Um, so that's something that I would definitely put a whole bunch of effort in behind and backing behind when it comes to my talent. So that's one of the things I can say for 2023 is any talent that I possess, I will definitely be using it.
Yes. Okay. That's awesome.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
that's why we have our talents,
Absolutely.
to use them.
Absolutely.
And they're there to make our lives better and enhance other people's lives too, that's
Absolutely.
around us, you
Hmm.
know. So that's what's up. I'm excited about that for you. I'm very excited about that. For me, I envision freedom. I envision being freer than I've ever been in my life in 2023. Free from financial stress, free from personal stress, free from obligations that I want to be obligated to. I'm going to have freedom of movement, freedom of choice. Whatever I choose to do, I'm going to be able to do that. I envision freedom for myself. I envision calling the shots for myself. I really envision that. I envision creating the life that I want. And so
Absolutely. Oh,
I'm
that's
excited.
awesome. That's awesome. And we already know since we're putting those things out there, we already know what's gonna happen.
Yes, because I'm older. So for me, I'm ready to live how I want to live. I don't
Right.
want to be obligated to punch nobody's clock. I don't want to be obligated to, you know, be anywhere that I want to be. If I want to wake up and decide I want to go to Alaska, I want to just do it.
Right.
That's the type of freedom I'm talking about. If I want to
Absolutely.
decide I want to just, you know, uh, go get us a hotel suite for a week and just luxuriate and do nothing else. I want to
Right.
do that.
Exactly. And no one's looking for you. They already know.
Exactly. And I'm covered. All
Right.
my bases is covered. All my stunner stuff is covered. Everything is taken care of, and things won't fall apart without me. That's the type of freedom I'm talking about.
Oh
Because
yeah.
as a woman, especially as a businesswoman, you know how it is. Sometimes if you don't do things, everything falls down. So you feel like you don't have any rest period, any off days, stuff
Right.
like that. But I envision a year for me where I will be covered. I will have the freedom of movement and freedom just to enjoy life. And so
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. That sounds really, really good. Sounds
Yeah, it's gonna be
amazing.
a good year.
I'm happy for you.
We know it's funny. Uh, do you remember anything about last year? Like as the year was changing, do you remember what you were thinking and what you were looking for? Because I do.
I remember. Let me see. Do I remember some of the stuff? I absolutely don't remember. I actually don't. I
See,
actually
I
don't.
remember. Was that last year though? I might be confusing that with this year. I remember something that you said you wanted and you got it almost like a month after you said it. But that could have been this year. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll talk about that off.
Okay.
But I do remember that, like, coming and being a part of Stunner Radio. I remember you were at a place you didn't want to be at. It was more of a
Oh,
distance. It was more of a
oh
distance for you,
yeah.
and you just put it out there like, I want something else, and then immediately it was like you had it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah,
that, yeah. So since you brought that, yeah, I do remember that. Um, I do remember now. I remember saying that. So yeah, it was very shocking to me. I can tell you that. Because I knew where I was and where I'm currently at is completely different.
right? I mean, completely different. Better, like so much better. You're
Right.
able to shine,
Yes.
you're able to be recognized for what you bring to the table, where
Right.
before it was like you were taken for granted,
Right.
you were being used for what you bring to the table, but not properly acknowledged or compensated.
Right.
But now it's like night and day.
Absolutely. Like night and day. Uh, and that's the blessing part in it, is that you just never know. I can say that I was telling my aunt, I was even telling my mom that when my mom was, this was early in 2020, I was telling my mom, I know that the Lord puts us in a holding pattern on purpose, to prepare us for the next stage of our lives. And so um, I can definitely tell you in 2020, uh, I didn't know why I was being held, but now I know for sure why I was being held. He was preparing me for the transition of my parents, even though I still wasn't prepared, um, but he was preparing me. He didn't allow me to move from that place that I was, because he had to have me be still on
Right.
purpose so that I could be ready to handle the things that were coming forth. So he already knew what was going to take place and that I needed to be still. So that's how I have to look at it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I kind of vaguely remember last year. I remember what I wanted. I remember what I thought I wanted.
Okay.
I thought um I wanted all these shows. I wanted more shows
Yeah,
for
I remember that.
shows.
I definitely remember that.
I wanted more of other people being seen and being heard, and putting other people on and doing more producing for other people, and doing, that's what I thought I wanted as the year was coming in for 2022. And for the first part of 2022, that's what was happening. But
Right.
as 2022 started going on, it started changing. And at first I was like, this is not what I wanted. But that's the reason why I'm, reviewing it and thinking about it, is because sometimes what you want is not what you need.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
yeah, and you could be like so confused about, why is this not working out, because this is what I want. But I can be a witness in the fact that it was not what I needed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. I remember you saying that you was like, I want more shows. I want more people to have an opportunity to be on the platform and to be seen and to be heard, because that's the motto of your station. So I get it. I definitely understand where you were coming from. But at the same token, not everybody is ready to be on a huge platform, or to be seen or heard, and know what the responsibility is on being on the platform. So then they take it for
Right.
granted.
And not everybody has the same motives.
Absolutely.
Some
Say
people,
that again for the people
yeah,
in the back. Say
yeah.
that again.
I found that out.
Absolutely.
I learned that, and it kind of shocked me, because I guess I don't look at things that way. But I
Right.
had to learn to look at things how they are. The reality is,
Right.
some people
Absolutely.
are around you for ulterior motives, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad that God will reveal that to us if we ready, like you said,
Right.
if
You
we
gotta be
ready.
ready. You
Yeah,
gotta be ready, because he definitely gonna tell you, uh and exactly what it is. He's not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not gonna have extra frosting on it, and it's not gonna be told to you in a nice, pretty way. It's gonna be told to you exactly how it is.
right. And so I have a song for 2023 too. As I'm going into 2023, the song that's playing in my head is "Focus on Me" by, I think it's by SZA. And
Okay.
in the song, she's saying, "Can you focus on me?"
Oh
And
no,
I
that's her.
know
That's her.
her, and
Her.
I know she's talking about, like, in a relationship, baby, can you focus,
Right.
you know, on me? But for me, I'm looking in the mirror saying,
Right.
can you focus on me?
Right. And singing it to yourself.
Yes, focus on me, baby. You know, you try to help all these people. You have done so many things trying to do for others. Now it is time to focus on me. That is my theme song for 2023. 100%. Not that I'm not going to continue to do what I do, but my focus is definitely different.
I definitely agree with that. I don't know what my song for 2023 is. I have to come up with a song. It might be a what's a DJ Khaled? It might be a DJ Khaled song. I don't know.
I know that's right.
Oh, yes, I do. I got a song. It's by DJ Khaled, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. Shining, shining, shining.
Oh, yes.
All this went in and got me losing my mind. Hold up. Don't try to throw me down. Hold up. Don't
Yes.
try to slow me down. All of this went in.
Yes.
That's 2023 for me. Shining, shining, shining. Yeah. Yes.
I love that one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Hey, that's a good one.
That is a real good one. Well, I mean, I know this is our last show, live broadcast of the year. So we'll be back in January. I want to say thank you to all the people that have been like rocking with us for our third season. It's hard to believe it's our third season. And when we come back in January, we're going to be wrapping up our third season. And once we get into the summer months and start preparing season 4 for you guys, I just hope y'all ready.
Absolutely.
That's all I'm going to say. I don't think you're ready.
Put your seatbelts on, baby.
Put your seatbelts on.
Make sure you wear your helmets.
Yes.
All hands must be inside the vehicle.
Yes, absolutely. So this is our last Take This Tea to Go for 2000. So
22. Take this tea to go. Love on your family. That's so important. Make sure you love each other. Set the mediocre stuff to the side. That's irrelevant. Leave the past in the past. Love on each other. And always tell each other that you love each other, because you just never know what can happen when you hang up that phone. So that would be my take my tea to go. Love on each other. Love on yourself so that you can love other people. Loving yourself first, it teaches you how to love somebody else. So love on yourself. Love on your family.
Oh, wow. Yes. Wow. I think this is the first, maybe not the first time, but first time in a long time, we have the same Take This Tea to Go. Because that's what I was going to say. I mean, I was just going to say love on yourself and accept love, because sometimes you want to be loved. You want love to come into your life. But when it comes, you're afraid of it. And you're like, is this real? You know, what's going on? I don't know if I could trust this. But I just say, when it's real, you know it is. You know, it's something that you can't get away from. Mm-hmm. And it's something that it's not fake. You know, it's just a real thing. So that's what I would say too. Love on the people around you, and love without fear. That's the only thing I would add to it, is cast the fear out of it, because sometimes even when we're loving to our friends and our family, we're afraid that we won't get the same love back in return.
That's right.
And that fear makes us hold back a little bit. So I would say fearlessly love without fear in 2023. Just let go of the fear, because at the end of the day, you can't go wrong when you're giving love. You can't go wrong.
Yep.
You can't go wrong.
That's right. Love. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Because we do, especially because we've been hurt. I think that's the reason the fear is there. When you've been hurt, that's when the fear comes into play. When you're trying to love somebody, or that person is trying to love you, you don't know how to accept it because you still remembering the hurt from somebody else. So,
yeah.
I'm really shocked that we had the same tea to go.
I know, right? I was too. I was sitting here thinking, dang, that's what I was gonna say.
Because if you think about it, love is the ultimate expression It's the best giving expression that you could ever have is love. It takes more energy to have hate than it does love. So that's why I choose love, regardless. And like you say, friends and family, because friends ultimately become your family, especially when they've been around you for quite some time. And even if they haven't, they just
Right.
become your family because you're with them all the time. You share a lot of things, um, and especially when you have the same mindset and you want to see each other win, that's love right there. When you want to see
Yes.
somebody win, that's love.
Yes.
Whether you know it or not, whenever you rooting somebody else on, is because you love them and you want to see them win. You don't want to see them doing bad.
Right. Right. I love that you say that because sometimes I think we make love too complicated. We make
Mhm.
it like, oh, do I really love this person? Yeah, I mean, if you for somebody, that's love. Like you said, that's love. When you for them, you want to see them win. You want to see them do good. I think we make it like it gotta be so. I don't know. Uh,
Stipulations.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
got to be so
stipulations.
heavy all
Right.
the time, and it got to be so. Oh, I only known this person for so long, or we don't even see each other that much. That means nothing. That has nothing to do with anything, you know. So I love that you say that when you force somebody, that is love.
That's love.
That is love.
Okay.
So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. And for those of you that's going to watch it on the replay, please put in the comments what your theme is for 2023 so that we can join in with your theme. And if you got your theme music, just let us know too.
Right. Make sure you play that theme music throughout 2023. Even if it's your ringtone, if you have it on one of your stories on Instagram, if you have it on your TikTok, make sure you tag us in it so that we can be a part of
Yes.
your theme song for 2023. Tag us in it so we can jam to it too, and we might put it on our playlist too. You just
Yes.
let me know.
That's a good idea. I think I'm going to
Yes,
do that. I'm
yes.
going to have to make me a reel.
Tag Stoner Radio, tag Black Coffee with a side of tea in your reels, in your TikToks, on your Instagram stories, whatever however you're gonna post it. Make sure you tag Black Coffee with a side of tea because we definitely want to know what that theme song is for 2023.
Yes. Well, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy holidays, Merry
Yes,
Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, all
right.
that.
And make sure you have fun. Just enjoy the moments
Enjoy the
of
moment.
Christmas.
Yes.
It's not about the gift. It's not about how much money you spent. It's about the time that you spend with your family. And if you aren't you're unable to give a gift, you are the gift. So if you
Right.
show up with a gift, if you're just able to just purchase a bottle of wine, or you just able to purchase one thing, that's okay. Don't feel bad that you aren't able to purchase gifts because that's not what Christmas is about. That's
Right.
that's what they've commercialized for us. So don't beat yourself up if you're unable to buy gifts. Um,
Right.
I did that for a couple of years, but I don't buy into the commercialism anymore because you end up in debt all the way through the next year, and everybody else is on the sidelines spending their money, and you still trying to get out the debt from Christmas.
Right. And what do people remember the most is the time you spend. So I agree with
Absolutely.
you. I'd rather have the gift of time, taking out time to go to lunch, have a drink, just
Right.
catch up with each other. To me, that's way better than
That's more
some bubble
valuable.
bath set you might give me, or you know what I'm saying, some candle
That
that
might
I'm
look. That might still be in the package 2 years later.
exactly. I've had stuff like that, or that I might regift to somebody
Oh
anyway. So it's better to do the gift of
yeah.
time, because that's the one thing we all crunched for is time.
Time
So
waits for no
taking
man.
out time to spend with each other, way better.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely agree. That's funny that we said that both of us see re-gifting.
Girl, you already know how it goes.
Exactly. So
Well, all right,
again,
you guys.
thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good Christmas, good holidays, whatever you celebrate. And we look forward to seeing you back on next year.
Yep. See you next year.
Bye.